Welcome to Glowtime with Jackie. It isn't about chasing youth, it's about owning your glow, reinventing your story, and showing up like never before. Glowtime starts now.
Hey Glow Babes, welcome to Glowtime with Jackie. Today we have a special guest, Erin Caldwell. She is with INVO Aesthetics and we're talking about exosomes. I want to know all the tea on the exosomes because I really don't know much about them. So please tell us.
So exosomes are tiny little messengers that communicate between cells. So my favorite analogy is, so we know growth factors.
Yes.
Growth factors are more that generalized message from cell to cell. Exosomes are more of that tiny, more specific message from cell to cell, like a text message from cells. A great analogy is a growth factor is going to be, I'll meet you at Starbucks.
Okay.
An exosome is I'm going to meet you at Starbucks at 2 p.m. right in front of the
Ah,
cups to purchase a certain thing. So it's
okay.
much more specific, much more a specific message from cell to cell.
Okay, so how does that help, say, with pigmentation? So is it a specific
Yes.
product, like product to help the pigmentation, to help with a wrinkle, to help with
Yes.
hydration,
Yes.
restore, all that?
So with INVO Aesthetics, we actually have 3 in-office vials. We
Okay.
have one for rejuvenation, so that's going to be for fine lines, wrinkles, pores, texture, and pigment. And
Okay.
then we have one specifically for brightening. That's going to have everything that's in the
Wow.
rejuvenating, but also for
Mhm.
your stubborn, hormonal pigment, your sun
Yes.
damage. And then we also have one for advanced hair restoration.
Okay, yes, because that's a big thing too
Yes,
for
huge,
restoration.
huge.
Okay, so tell me, how is it so different from PRP? Because I know people know PRP, that's a buzzword as well.
Yes.
So,
So with PRP, that's going to be platelet-rich plasma that comes
mhm,
from your own blood. A provider would have to pull your blood,
yeah.
spin it in a centrifuge, and then pull the PRP to inject it or put it back into the skin. The thing with PRP, it's a great procedure, but
Mhm.
it's only as good as you are.
That's
Yes, so if
true.
you went to Whataburger last night, it's not
That's
going to be great the
true.
next day. Where with your exosomes, your growth factors, your peptides, and proteins, especially with our in-office serums, it's a consistent result each time.
Oh, that's a great point
Mhm.
because, yeah, it's only as good as you. So if
Yes.
you're not that healthy, if your growth factors aren't great,
Right. And it depends on age. If you're older, your diet's not great, your PRP is not going to be that great. So you're not going to get great results. So with these, you're getting the consistent results with every treatment.
so is it a liquid? Is it cream?
Yes.
What
So
is
our
it?
in-office vials are serums.
Okay.
Ours are actually meant to be microneedled into the skin. So you use them as the
Mm.
glide, as the slip during a microneedling
Oh, I
procedure.
see. Okay.
You can also use them post-procedure, whether it's ablative or non-ablative laser. And then we have our take-home product, which is called the Rejuvenating Complex. What makes us different is we have the BioBlend technology. That is our patent-pending technology that's in all 4. The in-office serums are more of a liquid. The take-home is more of a gel-like consistency that's also hydrating, but it has extra supporting ingredients on top of the growth factors, the exosomes, and the proteins and peptides.
Wow. Okay. So tell me a little bit about your background. So, how did you get into INVO Aesthetics?
Yes, so I was an esthetician for 7 years,
Yes.
in plastic surgery, and then I've worked for 2 other skincare lines for the last 15 years.
Yeah.
And after the last company, I knew I wanted to do something different. I love skincare, but I wanted to do something just a little different, and exosomes are everywhere. The buzzword
Yeah.
is just it's out there. And so I started interviewing with a couple companies, and the thing that really stood out to me with INVO Aesthetics, they have a safety profile, they have safety studies that are actually against malignant melanoma, showing
Oh.
we can't make drug claims, but we can show that there is no change against malignant melanoma. So we're not making any cell proliferation in abnormal cells. We also have a senescent cell study that shows that we're potentially reversing the signs of aging because we're waking up those senescent cells. So the safety study and the senescent cell study really impressed me, where I have not seen that with other companies.
Okay. So tell me, what is the senescent cell?
So a senescent cell is a zombie cell. That's another word for them. So they're basically aged cells that
Okay.
don't act like they're supposed to anymore. And so they can actually turn into
They're like the
cancer cells.
atypical cells.
Exactly.
So the
Yes.
ones that are changing, the ones that are
Yes.
typically going to change.
Yes.
Okay. I've just never heard that term
Yes.
before.
So senescent cells, sleepy cells, age cells, zombie
Ah,
cells.
okay.
So we have a study that shows we're actually reversing senescence, which I have
Wow.
not seen before. So I was very impressed with the technology. And I love that we have a physician backed medical board. So we have doctors across the country that are funding and backing our our products.
Yeah. So because this came out in the 1980s, apparently.
Yes.
But it's just now coming to the forefront.
Yes.
So it's just taken that long for it to really just
Yes, because I do
confirm.
believe they've been using it in wound care.
Yeah.
They do it in the Mayo Clinic. They do it in a lot of more pharmaceutical
Gotcha.
ways.
Mm-hmm.
The cosmetic use of exosomes has been in the last couple of years,
Yeah.
but we're seeing huge for anti-inflammatory wound healing, speeds up the recovery process, and we're just getting better results in quicker time, which is what
Great.
patients want.
Yeah. So for healing, is it more for a scar or is it more for like when you've had an ablative treatment and you want the skin to heal better or faster?
We're seeing both,
Okay.
but as far as INVO Aesthetics, the only clinicals we've really done is with procedures. So whether it be microneedling or doing it
Mm-hmm.
post-laser, whether it's ablative or non-ablative, we're seeing that the healing process is half the time. We're getting better results with anti-inflammatory, pigmentation, fine lines, wrinkles, pores, and texture, and it's halving the downtime, which is what
Wow.
patients want. Patients always want
Yes.
no downtime. I want to look younger tomorrow.
Yes.
I want all of this in 24 hours. So
Yes.
this is just helping to speed that up with less downtime.
Yes. Okay. And as you know, with skincare or skin procedures, the more downtime you're going to have, you're going to get a little bit more, a stronger procedure or a better procedure. But
Mhm.
this is nice because you're still able to do the Morpheus
Right. Right.
and heal faster.
Exactly.
Okay. Is that
Yes.
one a good combination
Yes.
that you?
So as far as Morpheus, any sort of ablative or non-ablative laser procedure like that, we recommend doing it post. And with our vials, they're 3 ml vials. So
Mhm.
generally you're going to use about half that in the procedure room and then you send them home with the rest.
Okay.
And then our take-home rejuvenating complex, they can use immediately post-procedure too.
Okay. So then the second part of it, you would use once you're healed.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Just the first part, use it during the procedure.
Yes.
And then once you're healed.
Right. So we have our little serums that we use in the procedure room and then for healing. And then your rejuvenating complex is your take home. It's kind of an all-in-one anti-aging. So
Mhm.
you're going to use that every morning, every night. And that can be a daily anti-aging product because I do believe being in aesthetics for 20 years, I was the esthetician that would use 10 steps in the morning and 10 steps at night.
Yeah.
Um,
Why not? That's what we want to do.
right?
So we're the only weirdos that would do
Right.
anything like that.
Exactly.
Everybody else uses just maybe some soap, maybe some water.
Right. And I think most patients want to get to the point where they're getting similar results, but not having
Yeah,
to
of
do all of the
course.
steps. And I know now, like as a mom, I don't have the time for that many steps.
Yeah.
So with this, it really is an all in one. And I've had to use less steps
Which is weird.
which is weird. It took a little while to get used to, but I'm still getting the same results.
Yeah. So it's almost
nice.
like unbelievable.
Yes.
But it's one of those, it's like work smarter, not harder type
Exactly.
thing.
Yes.
So it's almost like, the way I see it is like a peptide.
Yes. Yes. Exactly.
It's going to get you kind of shortcut, really get you to the
results
result that you really want, you really need without going through all the steps.
Yes. The buzzword I keep hearing is skin minimalist. So not having to do as many steps, but getting the same results.
Okay. Yeah. That's amazing. So tell me how it works with hair. So this has got to be a huge breakthrough, not just for men, but for women as well.
Yes.
Because as you know, as we get older or even at any age,
right.
we can lose our hair just because of genetics,
yes.
just, environment, all those different things, just us not taking care of ourselves.
True.
So this is got to be huge.
Hair has become huge in the last couple of years. And I think it was the onset of the GLP-1s.
Yes.
Unfortunately, autoimmune is a lot higher now.
Yeah.
We're losing hair for different reasons, hormonal issues. So with this, the serums that we have actually work in the anagen phase, and that's the hair growth phase. So we're slowing down that phase to make the hair regrow. It's healthier. We're slowing down or reversing the senescence.
Okay.
So not that INVO has tested this, but we do have patients actually saying they're seeing less grays, which makes sense because we're reversing
That's
the aged
great.
cell.
Because there's nothing really out there for that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're getting a lot of regrowth, and then we're also helping with the health of the hair.
Wow.
Offices are either microneedling it into the scalp or they're hydra stamping it into the scalp, and we're getting amazing results.
Okay, what's hydra stamping?
So it's like a needle. It's hydra needles. So it looks like a skin pen or a microneedling device, and they're basically just stamping it into the scalp.
Okay.
I find that it's a lot less painful. You're not having to use numbing cream, a lot less downtime. It's just a little easier for the patient to handle.
Is it just like
It's just it's if you remember with the Mirror Dry.
Okay,
So
yeah.
when we would do the numbing, And
Yeah.
I'm sure they do it with other procedures, but it was just like a needle with like 100
Oh, yeah,
little
okay,
needles. They
yeah.
will put that in with our serum, and they'll actually stamp it into the scalp.
So it's just like a one-time thing, it's a little bit bigger
Mhm.
than just the skin pin per
Yes,
se.
yes. It's easier for the patient to handle. It's not
Yeah,
as
it's
painful.
yeah, okay, wow, that's amazing. So you're seeing that so you're seeing the hair stopping the hair loss
Yes, and the
and
breakage and
the
more
breakage
regrowth.
and more regrowth.
Mhm.
And part of that, you have very specific
Yes.
exosomes for
Yes, the signals, the cells are actually telling the cells to regrow, to stop that breakage, and to speed up the regrowth. So we're seeing not only the hair is healthier, the hair is growing in faster, and they're
Mhm.
having hair grow where it wasn't growing before.
Wow, that's great.
Mhm.
And how is it one-time treatment? Is
We
it
generally say
multiple
4
tre
to 6,
yeah, 4
about
to
1 month
6.
apart.
4 to 6, about 1 so still, okay.
Mhm.
And typically about how much does this procedure cost? I know it's based on the doctor's office,
Yes.
but typically
So generally with the face, it can be anywhere from 350 to 550.
okay.
That's per treatment.
Mhm.
With the scalp, it really depends on the procedure that they're using, but
Right.
again, we're seeing it anywhere from $400 to $600 per treatment.
Wow, and then you wanna do it you could get a package or you wanna do
Yes.
them
And usually packages, you get the discount. So yeah, they
yeah.
usually make that a little bit less.
Okay, so let's see. So exosome facials can help skin recover up to 50% faster
Yes.
after
Yes.
procedures.
Yes. Exosomes are known for wound healing, inflammation mitigation. So we're seeing results quicker, but we're also getting less downtime by
Okay.
about half.
So you're also seeing that like you said, how it came out initially was like with wound care,
Yes.
burns,
Yes.
things like that.
Yes.
So just the recovery was really, really fast. Yeah, I kept hearing about it and
Mhm.
I know it was a buzzword. I didn't know enough about it. I
Yes.
couldn't tell what it was, but I keep hearing and that there's so many different
There's
ones.
so many out there, and I think for the providers, I know safety is a big issue. There's a lot
Mhm.
of questions about safety. There's a lot of question
Sure.
about sources. So a
Yeah.
lot of our competitors have single source. So you can get them from adipose, you can get them from bone marrow, blood platelets,
I see.
plant-derived exosomes. So they really are from a lot of sources. What makes us different with our BioBlend technology, we have multi-source. So ours is from bone marrow, umbilical, and neonatal fibroblast.
Wow.
We get our sources from FDA
That's
regulated.
real deal stuff.
Huge, huge. And as far as I know, we're the only ones with that many sources. So you're
Mhm.
getting the benefits from all three. Whereas single source is still great, but you're only getting the benefits from that one source. So
Mhm.
when you have multi-source, you're getting more of the anti-inflammatory and the wound healing. Um, and like I said, as far as I know, we're the only one that have that many of the sources.
Mhm.
But with that, it comes from FDA regulated
Yeah.
banks, and that's huge. You
Yeah.
definitely want to make sure that yours are quantified from FDA
Yeah.
regulated sources.
Like anything, you wanna make sure it comes from a really good source
Right,
because you wanna know it's good product, like, it's
right,
good quality,
right.
and you wanna know that it's really going to help you and it's really,
And it's safe.
it's safe, ultimately, yeah, we don't wanna just do all kinds of things and it
Right.
not be safe because that
Yes,
kinda defeats the purpose.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, do most doctor's offices have your product? Is it just plastic surgeons, dermatologists? Where could we find the products? Or
So derms,
mhm,
plastics, and med
mhm.
spas.
Okay.
We do have a couple of before and afters for wound care. We actually have one we just got that was a doctor that had gotten bitten by a dog,
Wow.
and amazing results, but we are truly cosmetic. We are meant for
Mm.
facial and hair restoration, but we are seeing some really great results with wound healing, but truly it's cosmetic. We're in med spas, plastics, and
Right.
derms.
Yeah, so it needs to be in the ER.
So, yeah, so I will we always joke that we're gonna let other companies take that and go
Oh,
pharmaceutical with it.
gotcha,
We're gonna
yeah.
stick to cosmetics.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
'cause, it's
yes, less
more
regulations.
more luxury there, less
Yes,
regulations.
yes.
Right, but if you're
Not
seeing the
sure I should
result
say that on camera.
yeah, you can say anything you want. So and then the maintenance, so is it
Mhm.
just the products, the home care
The
is
home
the
care.
maintenance?
Yes, the home
And
care
it's
is
one
huge.
product?
It's
I
one
saw that it's
product.
one product for
Yes,
if you have pigmentation issues and
for
then one
everything. Yeah, so with the one product, it's called the Rejuvenating Complex. It has the BioBlend technology, which is the growth factors, the peptides, the proteins.
does it come like in a gallon
No,
for
it's
the whole
actually 30
body?
ml, and it lasts about 3 months.
30 mLs.
Yes,
What?
lasts about 3 months. 1 pump in the morning, 1 pump at night. A little bit goes a long, long way. It's very
I don't know.
concentrated.
I need
I know. One day we might have the gallon or the
Oh
squirt.
my gosh, for the whole body.
Yes,
Like you can do like a
yes.
scrubbing and then put it
Yes.
on.
Now, with our take home, it does have 1.2 trillion exosomes per bottle. and over 1,200 growth factors, peptides, and proteins. So the most that I've heard of in the industry. We do actually have a couple offices that are doing chest, that are doing arms,
Yeah,
and we're
because
seeing
that's a
great
big
results
thing.
for texture and fine
Crepiness,
damage.
yeah, crepiness,
Mhm.
all that stuff, that we're
Yes.
having to deal with now.
Yes.
When we first met, that
No,
was like
15
long,
years ago, we were
yeah, it was like
amazing.
whatever. But now we're like, oh my gosh, what's this? So also NASA has done some research in
With
exosomes.
exosomes, yes. It's amazing what the pharmaceutical I mean, there are so many uses for exosomes, that are way bigger than what I can discuss, but as far as us, like I said, we're sticking to the cosmetics, but yeah, there's a huge, market for what exosomes can do.
Yeah. So as far as your company,
Mhm.
are you guys just sticking with this? It's not gonna, you're not
Yes.
gonna have like 2, 3 products coming out because this is it. Like you guys have really mastered
Yes.
pigmentation is an issue,
Right.
and then the quality of the skin, and
Mhm.
it's just with pigmentation issues or not.
We do next year in the works, we have 2 other products that are coming,
Mhm.
but they're going to complement what we already have in office.
Okay. And all good for all skin types?
All skin types, all skin issues. I've even seen offices use our brightening vial, which is meant for pigmentation.
Mhm.
They're actually using it for active acne with
Yeah.
microneedling.
Think about that because
Mhm.
yeah, it's
We've not tested it, but I've seen offices use it. It's amazing.
yeah, because it's that skin is just in that healing
Mhm.
phase constantly, and if
It's
you can
constant
kinda
inflammation, and
yeah.
we're helping to mitigate that.
Yeah, that's so
Mhm.
awesome.
It's huge.
All right. Well, where can we find you? Where can we find your products?
Yes, so invoaesthetics.com. I am Erin underscore Invo Aesthetics.
Yeah.
But we do have our website. We also have a support at Invo Aesthetics. If you have any questions or if there are any providers that want to try the products, we're happy to get them to them.
Yeah, that's amazing. Well, thank you for being on the
Thank you for having
show. Of
me. It's been
course.
fun.
Yeah. Whenever, we'll talk about stuff for the practice too for my
Yes, that
for
would be
my body
great.
MD. We'll see if we can get you on
I love
or,
that.
talk about it
I
because
brought things for you to try.
oh, okay, wonderful. I love it. Wonderful. Well, thank you for listening, Glow Babes. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and click the notification button.